Let's give you some more highlights here real quick, okay? This was another great game yesterday in Arlington. Red Sox Rangers, 2 AL contenders. Wilyer Abreu off Nate Eovaldi ties the game at 2. But despite that, Eovaldi was really, really good, man. 6 innings, 9 strikeouts, 3 hits, those 2 earned runs. And then in the 9th, we're still tied. Christian Campbell. That's a hard ground ball off Josh Young's glove, but they call it a hit. Much to the delight of his family, congratulations. And Red Sox Nation delighted by Wilyer Abreu. First Red Sox player to hit multiple homers on opening day since your boy Hanley Ramirez and Dustin Pedroia did it back in 2015. Red Sox win.
Yeah, and Wilyer Abreu, DeRo, was sick in spring, so you can just throw those shots away. But there is so much to like. Give me a little DeRo's details presented by Canva.
Let's go, Lauren. Let's go. Let's get in. Because I said this yesterday. During the winter meetings, I get it totally. Everybody was infatuated with where Juan Soto was going to go. But if I was a GM of a team, I would have been doing exactly what Craig Breslow done and calling Chris Getz and figuring out a way to get this 6'6" left-handed monster in my rotation. That is Garrett Crochet. Now, what's interesting, this is why I love the details, working with Nays, is coming into the game. What did we talk about? Garrett Crochet, 6'6", kind of presents like Randy Johnson, electric fastball. Look at his percentile rankings with his heater. Fastball velocity, he's in the 92nd percentile. Spin rate, 94th. Extension, 93rd. What did Texas not do well last year? Hit the heater. That's why you saw Jock Peterson and Jake Berger get signed by Chris Young. They wanted to hit the heater. Now, let me go mind trick on you. He shows up. Let's go. Let's see his heater real quick. And then I'm going to get into the fact that, wait a second, he attacked the Texas Rangers a little bit differently. I expected 97, top of the zone, coming at you. When I look at him on the mound, my God, I know Randy Johnson was 6'10", but standing on the third base side of the mound, presenting himself to the right-handed hitters with this crazy leg kick and 98 at the top of the zone is just absolutely deadly. But what I loved, pause this real quick for me, is Boston's known for what? Spinning the baseball. Bring up the pitch usage for Garrett Crochet yesterday. Because what did he do? He didn't just hammer him with high fastballs, which is what I thought he was going to do. Four-seam fastball in 2025, I know it's one start, but it was down to 34%, and he upticked his cutter to almost 50% of the time. So he pitched a little backwards. I'm going to take you through a few at-bats here. Give it to me, Marcus Semien. He's 1-1, backdoor cutter right there to get 1-2. Another one that he tries to go inside. He didn't just rear back and fire. Look at that pitch right there to start the year. 3-2, you think you've bought yourself a heater middle. How about Corey Seager? 96. Getting on plane with it, 96. When you throw electric stuff like that, you can miss over the heart of the plate because it's 2-2. It's one of the 2 pitches. Back that up for me real quick. There's nothing you can do. Corey Seager's not mad at striking out on this pitch. What he's mad at is he fouled off his first 2 heaters because you're not hitting this. This was deadly. Run it. So to watch him go about it a little bit different, I know it's his first start in a uniform. He's my pick to win the AL Cy Young. He's a monster. He attacked a little bit differently. On the flip side, we talk so much. We're bullish on Boston this year about all the guys they have. Durant, Story, Bregman, Casas. Well, there was a guy who was under the weather in spring training, who Alex Cora, Roflo, he texted us a lot last year. He said, Wilyer Abreu needs some love. Wilyer Abreu needs some love.
They got him for Christian Vasquez in the 2022 deadline.
I understand why. Watch the lower half. Kids at home. Your head doesn't move when your lower half is locked into the ground so you could see the baseball. Watch the balance when he hits this home run on Nate Eovaldi. Oh, my. You could just run up a folding chair underneath him and he could just sit down. Watch this. There's no wasted movement. Pause. Run that back for me. I just want you to see and run this real slow. Keep going. Pause at that foot contact. I mean, he is in perfect position to deliver a blow to the baseball. Run it. Boom, and just stays there. And more of the same. He gets another one right here from Luke Jackson, who's known for throwing a slider, so we're all over that. And that is a 2-iron into the gap, 374. So there's a lot of talk about the young bloods down in AAA, the Roman Anthonys of the world, and I get it. He's going to come up and help this Red Sox team. But Wilyer Abreu plays a heck of a right field. He's got an absolute cannon for an arm. He has a multi-homer game to start the year. I think he wants some love, so bring up his board. 51.1% hard hit percentage. That's 15th in Major League Baseball. 16 outfield DRS in 2024. That was 3rd. And he's got an absolute hose. He does a lot of things right, and he doesn't get talked about enough. A former Red Sox that I'll take in my rotation any day of the week. Nasty Nate Eovaldi. He does it every year. 3 years, $75 million. Back to the Texas Rangers. And he's probably making $25 million, not only for being a dominant starter, but also being a leader of men. Everyone loves this guy. I've never heard a bad thing said. And he went about it a little bit different. He has got so many weapons to get you out with, and it seemed like the curveball was his choice pitch yesterday. Casas, 78 down and in. Story, 79, perfect. Again, Devers had no answer for his breaking stuff. And then he backs one up here eventually. Pause this, bring up the pitch usage. Take a look at this. So yesterday, a little bit different. I know it's one start. Maybe he saw something. Maybe he felt something in the bullpen. But to go from 13.7 to 25.3 with the curveball, and look at what you have to cover. The only pitch you can eliminate is the slider. So I got to cover 4 explosive pitches. And he's proven he's throwing the breaking ball a lot. So he lulls you to sleep. I'll end it with this Trevor Story at bat. He lulls you to thinking he's going to go breaking ball, breaking ball, breaking ball. Give it back to me. There it is, 77, out of the zone. 95, I got you 1-1. Now I go in. He could go breaking ball away. Ooh. That's what Story's thinking. Nope. Lock Johnson, 96, black. So a lot to like in that game.
Pete, just give us a sense of your club and how you anticipate this new venture in 2025 for your ball club.
Yeah, first and foremost, Warren and everybody that's been in here, swapping the stuff over to, remove a few Yankees logos. They did a phenomenal job. It looks great. This is actually my first time out on the field. We kind of been thrown on the backfield, and I've never played here in spring training. So just looking around, other than it looking a little Yankee-ish up top, I think it's going to be a great spot for us, and, we'll adapt to the humidity and all the other stuff that comes with it.
It has the same dimensions as Yankee Stadium. Obviously, you're very familiar with that yard. How does that help ease your transition at all?
I hadn't even thought about it. It's, the bullpen's in a little different spot. That's our primary concern,
Okay.
It's, but we still got a back way to it. So as far as I can see, this is going to be a great spot for us. And I think that, being over in Tampa, I think that could be a good thing.
Hey, Pete, I want to dive in. You seem like, interviewing you and being around you, super cerebral guy. Like, I know it's a unique situation, but opening day, it's got to mean something to you.
Yeah. Will, our head photographer, was talking to me. He was like, what do you feel on opening day walking in? I'm excited, right?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like, that first day when you get to spring training to see all your boys, but it's kind of amplified. You get to be back out there. It means something. You get to hopefully see a packed house, for what it is, and we get to go back out there and start the 180-day slog or whatever it is. But everybody's fired up for opening day. It's the world's best unofficial national holiday, and we're excited to get our crack at it.
You doing anything different coming out of spring training? A lot of talk in our research department about your uptick in changeup usage.
Yeah, we're going to be throwing it. Hopefully, we're going to be throwing it well. That's you can use it more, but if it's not good, it doesn't really matter, right? So, I'm excited to throw a few and really keep dabbling with that and see where we're headed with it. I think it's going to be a pretty good weapon for me, and I'm hopeful that it can bring some increased success.
Pete, Adam Berry for MLB.com wrote a fantastic article on you and the changes that you underwent during the course of spring training. You took about a week off from game action to really get right with your delivery. We have a side-by-side of really kind of a before and after, and I was wondering if you could just take us through what you were working on and what we should be looking for in this split screen here.
So biggest for me is the amount of hip flexion. I was thinking earlier on, I'm kind of tilting the hip on the. I don't want to get too into the weeds on it, but like if this is, I gotta raise my hand up higher. If this is my back femur, I felt like I was tilting the pelvis like this, kind of up, instead of letting it kind of coil and ride down the mound. So that was our biggest focus, was to get more into that hip, to get that driving down the mound, and then, as a byproduct of that, the stride length increases, and we're able to stay sideways longer. When you stay sideways longer, you're able to create a better stretch, and then once that front foot hits, and the hips open, and that smells like reclaimed water. That's disgusting. But yeah, you're able to stay sideways longer. You're able to get that stretch. We're going to be in a better spot. We're going to get to our positions we need to get into, and we're not going to be getting there through, motor patterning that we're not chasing, right? We're kind of took that week, got to the patterns that I wanted to, changed up my plyos, et cetera, to try and, really drive what I was looking for. And shout out to Snides and our biomechanic department. I think that we did a great job of identifying kind of what had changed and then, getting back to where I, felt like I was most comfortable.
Man.
I love that. I mean, we're going to clip that, put that on Instagram, and that's great.
I mean, he seems like he's all in on the biomechanics and that. What would you be doing if you weren't playing baseball?
I've said a lot of things. The more that I think about it, though, like I don't know, right? Like, I think I would have definitely pursued something through the engineering, school at Mizzou where I was enrolled before my untimely dropout. But
would you like to be a pitching coach?
Maybe. I think that's definitely my agent has definitely pushed that on me at times. He'd be like, "Hey, it seems like a great spot for you. Just go back to Mizzou and try to be a pitching coach there." But I don't know. I think the options hopefully are open, but that's definitely something that's potentially in the cards.
Well, Pete, we appreciate you joining us. Enjoy today. We can see the wind whipping there at Steinbrenner Field, but best of luck to you and the Rays, not only today but in 2025. Thanks for spending a little time with us. We appreciate it.
Of course, appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me on.